Alright, so I'm going to give kind of an update of, what I've been doing and what's been going on with me and what I'm trying to, sort through, figure out here. I've been looking more at, my chart, figuring out my placements and such. Also contemplating, pondering, how I want to, go about doing the channeling and such. And I guess I probably want to explain further, again, about that. Okay, so here's my reasoning. Okay, I've noticed when someone focuses on one area of life, they usually miss the point of that area of life because they're overly focusing on that area. For instance, if you're focused on the 10th house, you usually are so focused on getting status that you actually miss the point of what you would do with that status. And for instance, if I go ahead, the way I look at it, if I go ahead and aim at building a network, or beyond that, being able to just, act authentically because of the, Aries 12th house, then that's already, if I do that, that's already the invention. Whatever we end up doing from that point, because we'll be, on the edge of it, that is the creation constantly, because that will be, in my case, it'll be the new stuff that was supposed to come from the subconscious that it does. So, but the issue being, if there's no filter, if it comes straight from my subconscious, then sometimes it's going to have some 8th house stuff in it. It's not going to always be pretty. You don't always have good dreams. I mean, you know what I mean? Or, you have nightmares sometimes. So, I feel I guess it takes a certain amount of maturity for me to even be able to be in that all the time, or to, share that. So that's hence the idea of the network has to be with the Piscean people that would understand it already. And also the idea is, I think I figured I probably have Jupiter in Pisces in the 11th, so, I figured, or maybe the 12th, because I'm, learning from my subconscious, I'm experimenting, or, I'm trying to get more experiences, with that. I'm kind of new to it, so, it's going to take the people that understand the subconscious and the Pisces to allow, that kind of stuff to come through, and it actually be understood. So the network has to be there, but I'm starting to see, as I did that, then as I thought would happen, the network is now there. Because, I discovered, maybe, if you, I realized, maybe I should say, that if you shoot past where you're, that thing I said before, if you shoot past for what you're aiming for, it's easier to get, what's in between, or you will land in between. So, for instance, if I'm trying to, with YouTube, rise, my number of views and status and all that, or, so that I can build the network, I can go ahead and make the network be built by just being myself. Or, just letting my subconscious through. But sometimes there's bad channelings, and I'm kind of stuck right now because, Jupiter's in my 8th house. So anytime I, kind of get this higher wisdom, it's going to have a lot of the stuff people don't want to look at in it. So I'm, kind of stuck at the moment, so that's kind of, where I'm at. Yeah, but I've been, looking more at my placements, becoming more certain what they would be, archetypally. Um, Figuring out how that plays into, me choosing, like, what to do with each of my placements, like, versus, the external influences, contemplating that, and well, okay, I'll just say, um, like from I've been watching, well, really a lot of astrologers' videos, and I've pretty much come to the conclusion that, for instance, like my Lilith is probably in the 10th in Aquarius. My Jupiter seems to be in the 11th, a little bit in the 12th, because again, I haven't been able to fully stay there, really. Like, for instance, when it comes to like controlling dreams or like lucid dreaming or anything like that, I haven't like gotten that kind of control over it. But maybe I've started to make it to where my dreams, it's like I can keep myself from having nightmares or whatever. Like, I can make it to where they're very, like, they're predictable, as opposed to, or it's becoming more like that. I mean, most of the time they're still usually chaotic, but, or, I don't know what's going to come up, but there's just been some times lately where I've really intently focused on, okay, I just really don't think I'm up to or feel like it being a chaotic dream. I want just something that really I don't even want to dream, or if I do, I want it to be something that, I intentionally pick out, or something like, not that hardcore right now. And so I've noticed more of that become the case. It'll be dreams that are more directly related to stuff that was on my mind, the way it was on my mind, instead of like the dream making it to where it's all like, a message, or like, something in code that has to be like, really figured out, or whatever. I've been able to more, with, a lot of practice, or maybe not even practice isn't the right word, but with a lot of repeated intent, or repetitive intent, been able to like keep it from being that way. What else? Honestly, I've been putting a lot more time into RuneScape, because I've found, I'm trying to get out of my current situation, right? So I found a way to, but like, in that projection where I said, there's gems in the prison too, there's, things I've learned, and positives, of course, to like, the situation I'm in, but I'm trying to get to a situation where I can be more, help others and myself more. But anyway, just basically, I found some ways through that game to help my situation. And with the intent of making it legit, you know. So, what else? I guess a discovery with that of, like, my whole life, because of that Lilith and Aquarius issue, I've kind of, like, always had that thing where no matter what I do, like, I'm always, like, the outcast in any situation, or I'm weird, or something. So, what I'm starting to notice more is there's two places that work out for me pretty well, or, you know, newly discovered. I mean, of course, you know, I'm super thankful, and this is the first time I've ever had the experience with, like, a network, you know, working like this, like with, you know, the astrological community. It's the first time that I really, like, you know, felt like I kind of belonged somewhere in a way. You know, other than with, you know, my friends themselves. But yeah, anyway, I've noticed that so many people think that what I'm doing is stupid that I can actually turn that into making money. I can actually bank on 99% of people thinking whatever I do is stupid. So that means when they look at me and I'm doing that thing they think is stupid, I can have a monopoly over it. Because it's stupid, right? You wouldn't do it, right? You wouldn't do it. So I can. Haha. Fuck you. Just kidding. So, just kidding. There's still more inner work I have to do, apparently, because that's not a full... Yeah. Alright. More work to be done. But yeah, but anyway, so... Don't... You know... Do as I'm trying to do, not as I do. Alright, so, and, you know, do or do not, there is no try. I don't know. I'm trying. Sorry, Yoda. But, like, let's see, I can... If I think of anything else, I'll make another video, but that's gonna be my update for now. Thank you guys. Oh, one more thing. I have an intro being made. This is how it's gonna be legit, you see. I have an intro that's been made. You could check out the Amaphor channel, and you'll see that he's got like a kind of like, you know, preview of it made. I'm gonna exchange real world trading. Oh no, I'm such a bad person. But like, you know, Aquarius, 10th house, gotta break them rules because they're, you know, not the best. But anyway, so like, anyway, so anyway, yeah, I'm gonna trade him an item in exchange for this intro. And so, see, I'm not selling gold. Maybe. Anyway, so yeah. I have an intro being made, and yeah, I'll be like getting that done soon, probably within the next like month or two, maybe sooner. Yeah, I think that's about it. And well, I guess I too would say real quick that it seems like my moon is probably in the 11th house as well. I don't know. There's a lot of like 11th and 12th house cusp, basically stuff going on. It seems like with my placements, 10th, 11th, 12th house heavy. Yeah, I guess that's about it. And yeah. We'll talk to you guys later. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, you could leave a comment, or you could go to my Facebook page that there's a link to. And if you wanted, if you saw anything that you thought someone else would be interested in, there's that. And this, of course, goes for any of my other videos. Yeah, that's about it. And I'll talk to you guys later.